Howdy everyone, I'm Georgia Mathers and today I'm going to review Keystone by Dannika Dark. This is a paranormal romance, although I think it's probably more of a urban fantasy with romantic elements because it tended to focus more on Raven's journey and the journey of the Keystone group of taking her in as a member of their group. And so there was that romance between Raven, the heroine, Raven Dark, and the hero Christian Poe. But it seemed to revolve more around that journey towards belonging. So for me it was more of an urban fantasy. There might be some who might disagree with that estimation, that's okay. But I thoroughly enjoyed this book, and it was it's the kind of book that made me think about home and what home means to me and what it meant to Raven. Raven is a girl that has spent quite a long time on the street. She's very independent, but she is used to fighting her way out of situations, and she doesn't know much about the breed world. She only knows that she's different from everybody else. So she's half vampire, half mage. She's not a vampire, she's not a mage, she's somewhere in between, and she's not human either, so she doesn't quite fit in. She was made by her creator illegally. So basically she lives by her wits, and that's all she has, and she basically she's just scraping by, living on the streets. And depending on the kindness of other people. So that's pretty much Raven Black. When we come to Christian Poe, I really didn't think he was that much of a bad boy character. I thought he was actually quite lovable, even though some of the things he did were quite despicable. Like the first time that he meets Raven, basically he touches her up. But that didn't trip anything for me. And at another point he's sort of he just takes a girl, basically plucks her out of the crowd and decides to take her. And Raven pretty much witnesses his what comes after that. So he can do quite despicable things, but he also does some quite lovable things and some very sweet things. And he has a soft center. He is quite brusque, and very he doesn't mince his words, but he's very sweet in the center. So I really liked Christian Poe, and I loved the whole world that that Dannika Dark has created. So it's obviously made up of elements that we're all familiar with, the mages and the vampires and the shifters and whatever, but it's got that element of I guess of realism, where no one sort of seems to fit in and everybody's a little bit different. So for me that added a touch of realism, which I really liked. So you probably have your own opinion about Keystone. It's not a new release, it's been out for a while. So if you have read the book, don't be afraid to leave a comment either on the YouTube or on the blog, which is georgiacartermathers.com. Thanks for listening. Bye.